IT gotta go. Until that happens, there's just gonna be turmoil in the locker room. Maybe they should just send him home and work out a trade somewhere down the line. But he gotta go. Hello, I hope you're enjoying the video. Here at the BBN, we would like to invite you to Morning Coffee, where we'll discuss matters of the previous day and also upcoming issues every day, Monday through Thursday, between 9:20 and 10 a.m. in the morning. So drop in, let us know what you think. Whether you like or dislike, let your opinion be heard. Anyway, back to our program. Hope to see you in the AM. BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hey, before the video we continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Alright, so the Cleveland Cavaliers have been having tons and tons of problems all year. Well, not all year. It seems like ever since Isaiah Thomas has been reinserted into the roster, the problems have cured. But just to be fair, right before Isaiah Thomas came back, that's when the problems really started happening. So let's see what happens right before a player comes back and starts actually getting on the court. They do practices, right? You know, right before the player enters an actual game, they participate in practices. So it can be argued that the Cleveland Cavaliers started having all of this chemistry issue right when Isaiah Thomas started getting incorporated into their practices. This could be argued. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I mean, that's a whole bunch of stuff, but let's go back a little bit further. So, if everybody remembers, Kyrie Irving was still on the Cavs. Kyrie Irving, this is even before it was made public that he asked for a trade. I told y'all, Kyrie Irving should ask for a trade. I said that while they were still in the finals. I said, look, man, I made the video. Y'all could go back and check it out. I said, Kyrie Irving, he's going to ask for a trade. They're just being so disrespectful. The way that they're treating him, you know, he's not going to want to stay there. So the Cavs start shopping Kyrie Irving, right? They went after Paul George, right? Before Paul George was traded to the OKC, Paul George was on the Indiana Pacers, and he was in right around the time. See, this is why you got to really pay attention. This is the only issue that I have with some of the great sports reporters, that sports journalists, the great sports journalists that I see on Fox, whether it's Fox or whether it's on ESPN. You know, they have great sports journalists, and this is the only issues that I have with them some of the times. It's like they just forget that things happen sometimes because it doesn't fit into their new narrative. Anyway, point being, people forget. Paul George didn't start talking about wanting to trade until it was made known that Kyrie Irving wanted to trade. So, just for everybody that doesn't remember the chain of events, the way that we got the information that Kyrie Irving wanted to trade was, remember, LeBron James. LeBron James exposed the fact that Kyrie Irving wanted to trade. Remember, what happened was the management spoke to LeBron James and asked him if they were they were going to trade Kyrie, and if they traded Kyrie to get Paul George in particular. This is before Paul George. I think this is even right before it was like everything became like public knowledge that if they trade for Paul George, would he resign? LeBron James said that he would not resign. That's why they did not trade for Paul George, because it didn't make any sense to trade for Paul George And neither one of them was going to resign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think Paul George had agreed to only resign if LeBron James resigned, and LeBron James said that he was not going to resign. This is what happened. It was being reported at the time that this was going on, so I don't know why they acting like, oh, man. See, this is the only issue that I have. Look, man, you got to treat it. I understand these dudes is all superstars, but nobody wants to get LeBron James angry, because you get LeBron James angry, then, you know, you get Stephen A. Smith. Well, LeBron James didn't speak to Stephen A. Smith for a whole bunch of years because Stephen A. Smith was critical of him over something or other, you know, so he just, you know, decided he wasn't going to speak with him. Like LeBron James, you should have spoke to Stephen A. Smith. That could have been your Howard Cosell. You could have been the Muhammad Ali, and Stephen A. Smith could have been your Howard Cosell. That's how that could have worked. But he decided that he didn't want to speak to Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith criticized him. That's what happened. So anyway, I just want to put two and two together for a reason why a lot of these great sports journalists, I am not criticizing anybody, I'm just saying these great sports journalists might be not, you know, remembering things that happen because it doesn't fit the narrative that would be in their best interest to put out there. So you have LeBron James knowing that Kyrie was going to be traded because he didn't want Kyrie traded also. You have to understand that. LeBron James isn't stupid. He doesn't want to share the spotlight, but he didn't want Kyrie traded. Who was you going to get that was going to help you out better than Kyrie? He didn't want Kyrie traded. So when they told him that they was going to trade for Paul George, he said, no, I'm not going to resign. But he didn't say no, he wasn't going to resign. They just asked him, would he resign? And he was already not going to resign. So they said, you know, we trade Kyrie for Paul George. We need you to resign because that's the only way to get him to resign. You know, to sign a new deal. That was the only way. He said no. Okay, so now let's get to the whole IT issue real quick. IT has had problems in every locker room that he has been in. I always tell people this. Pay attention to them dudes that run around smiling all the time. I just don't trust them. Why do you want so badly for me to like you? Or for me to believe you? Or do you want, or even more importantly, why do you want me to rest my guards? Why? It's like if I'm dating somebody and they're constantly asking me questions because they think that, like, I'm not talking about like they think that I'm cheating now, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just do shit and you just, people are like, yo, what the hell would you do that for? You seeing somebody? You know, you might not be seeing anybody, but, you know, they have seen certain actions in other people that were actually cheating that you might be doing. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're dating somebody and they're constantly asking you about your past. The first thing that you should think is they might not be being so honest about their own past. They might be lying about their own past or withholding things about their own past. So when you have a guy running around smiling all the time like IT, it just leads me to believe that he wants you to just, you know, not be, keep your guards up. He wants you to drop your guards. He wants you to be amicable. You know? Easy to give in to his will. So when you tell me that he had problems in the locker room on the Kings, Sacramento, then you tell me he also had problems in the locker room in Phoenix on the Suns, and then now you're telling me that when he was in Boston doing all that winning, that there was people on the team that really didn't like him? Kind of makes sense. Because he comes to the Cavaliers, and once he's able to go through full workouts with the team, before he's able to get back into the game, but when he's able to do full workouts with the team, now all of a sudden the team has chemistry issues. Why is that? Everybody's mad at JR. JR is mentally fragile. He cannot produce under you know, craziness. The locker room needs to be good in order for JR to produce. I'm just saying what it is. If you got craziness going on in any of your locker room, JR's not going to produce. I seen it here in New York. JR go out and score 30 when everybody's getting along. But let everybody not be getting along. JR go out there and shoot 2 for 30. Or he might not even shoot the ball. There was times when he was here in New York and he just wouldn't shoot the ball. He'd be wide open and wouldn't shoot the ball because the locker room was in shambles. There's 2 things that's probably going to happen with these Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not a big Ty Lue fan. I'm just not. But, you know, I'm assuming he's better than he's better than an average coach. But his job is on the line right now. Blame IT. LeBron James, I still don't think he's going to resign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. IT, how could you move him? He's coming off of a damn year almost career-ending injury. He's only making $6 million a year. That's the only way that you're going to be able to move him. Somebody that want to dump a contract. Because you're not giving up that Nets first round pick because you think that LeBron James is leaving. And if LeBron James leave this time, like I think he's gonna leave, he ain't coming back. I could be wrong though. Maybe he's just waiting for the monies to come for next year for the salary cap. There's gonna be an expansion where they're gonna be able to pay people more money, and maybe that's when he resigns, so he could get more money. That's a possibility. I don't think he's going. I don't know about the Lakers. I mean, I don't think LeBron James is going to go anywhere just because there's a lot of young kids. He wants to win, and he wants to pass stats. Those are 2 things that's difficult to do when you're on a team full of young kids running around like chickens with their head cut off. One last thing. LeBron James made a real big point about how he isn't stat chasing. Remember that? He was like, he's always talking about how he's not stat chasing. All the time. Nah, man, I'm just trying to win. I'm just trying to win. Oh, man, I didn't even know that. First of all, LeBron St. James sits on the sideline with the stat sheet. He has a stat sheet at the sidelines that he goes and he checks every single time he leaves out of the game. Just for everybody to know. He does this. This is common knowledge. I'm not breaking news at this point. It's common knowledge. So not only does he do that, but before he gets to 30,000 points, he sends himself a congratulatory email or Instagram or whatever the hell he put that on. But he's also trying to tell us that he's not watching stats. And one of the main reasons why Kyrie Irving wanted to leave, because LeBron is chasing stats all the time. And when you're chasing stats, you're doing stuff like you're taking away from my opportunities to help win the game. I don't know if he does it anymore, but I remember when LeBron James teams will be up by 20 points with 5 minutes left in the game, and he's still in the game. That's crazy. When the Golden State Warriors is up by 20 points and you're going into the 4th quarter, you might not even see Curry again. Curry might sit out the whole 4th quarter. Klay Thompson might sit out the whole 4th quarter. But LeBron James, he's playing to that last second. He don't care if they up by 60. And that's why everybody talks about how good his basketball IQ is. But look, man, I think LeBron James is look, if you want to call him the best player in the world right now, an argument could be made for Kevin Durant. An argument could be made. But LeBron James is a great player, and I respect him. I don't mind watching him play. But if he wants to get this freaking Cleveland team back on the right wave or whatever the hell, the first thing he need to do is talk up in that locker room and tell little ass IT to sit the fuck down. Know your place, son. You ain't been here 5 minutes and you trying to talk about Kevin Love. You ain't been here 5 minutes. Why don't you learn about how we do things around here? Why don't you get a ring on that finger before you try to tell people that got rings on their fingers how they should be playing? How about that? If you don't like it, you could go over there and take a seat next to Derrick Rose. Anyway, that's all I got on this. I want to know what y'all guys think on everything. Particularly on, do you think IT is the problem? I think IT is the problem. Straight up and down, I think IT is the problem. Let me know what y'all guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Yo, look, I love y'all. Keep each other safe. That's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.